What's up guys, Alberto BIGBOOST here. Today I have a really exciting video for you guys. Behind me inside this box I have something that's gonna be a really big game changer for the E36 build. And you guys can see I'm wearing a different shirt today. I'm excited to announce that I'm gonna be joining with Team Haltech this year for the E36 build and probably the RX-7 as well. So inside this box I got a care package and another care package by Haltech. In this box, well, I have a couple of goodies, including another shirt like the one that I have right now. I have a really cool team hat and some Haltech stickers. Then on this other box is where all the good stuff is at. Let us now very delicately make an incision on this box. See if this knife is sharp enough. Oh, it is sharp. Very gently, like a surgeon, we open up the box without damaging the goods inside. Let's see what we have in here. First, like every other box, we have paper. Ooh. Are these more shirts? There's a silver bag here that says XL on it. Ooh. This is exciting. It's a Haltech jacket. This is super sweet. Then, over here, packing list. Oh my god, there's so many goodies in here. This is what heaven looks like in a box. We got all the goodies. First of all, we have this big box. This should probably be the computer. No. First we have this big box and it says IC7 displays. Yes, I am gonna run a IC7 dash on the E36, so it's gonna make it like full race car now. Then over here we have another of the big boxes, and this one's gonna be the Elite 2500 ECU. So it's gonna be powering my 2JC platform. This one is the mounting bracket for the IC7 display with the visor. Super nice. We have, of course, flex fuel sensor. Then we have a couple sensors, air temp. This one is one of my pressure sensors for oil, of course. This is really cool that they make a 1/8 MPT air intake temperature sensor that makes everything super low profile for mounting. This one right here is an oil temperature sensor. Very nice. We have the flex fuel 6AN fittings that fit right on the sensor. Super nice. There's another really cool thing that I got from them. It's a pressure sensor extension kit, so you can remotely mount your pressure sensors instead of directly onto the block. I got the boost control solenoid. You gotta control that boost, right? Then this is one other super neat sensors. It's a pressure and temperature sensor in one. I'm gonna be using this for fuel. So this is gonna be mounted straight onto the fuel pressure regulator, and it measures both temperature and pressure all in one sensor, which is really neat. So you don't have to be putting two sensors. You can do everything with just one fitting. Then we have the Wideband Controller Kit. I'm gonna be using the Haltech Wideband, of course. And then last but not least, we have a premium wiring harness from Haltech. This is super nice because it has every wire labeled. It has a nice relay box with fuses already, and the plugs that go onto the ECU are already nicely terminated, so it makes everything super neat. It even has a firewall grommet over here. The first thing that I want to open is the IC7 display. And I use the same utility knife to cut open this gently. I like the packaging already. I caught you just in time, camera. Cat reflexes. Take 2. We have some manuals, but I really want to see the display itself. Wow, this thing is super nice. Then we also have the visor to go along with it. So it's gonna go pretty much like this. Wow. It's actually nicer than I thought it would be. I'm impressed. This probably has to be my favorite part of the box. Reading this really gets me going. And they also have a really cool message on the board too. Here we have the other guy that I want to open up. It's a computer. See, does it have a packing seal as well? Oh, I kind of missed. Wow. Ah, here we go. The goods. Well, it's very light. It's like a pretty compact thing. It looks like a big phone. It's actually not that much bigger than my iPhone. Look at this. It's similar. I think my iPhone might be even taller than it. And just a little bit wider. This is one of my favorite parts about working on this. Is when you open these diagrams and see all the possibilities of connections you can do with these. And also like this right here is like wiring diagram with the harness that I have. So I have the nice relays and fuses that simplify a lot of the wiring. And here's like the other side that continues with the rest of the plugs. Then the last component we have over here is the wideband box. I'm gonna open this to show you what the contents of this looks like. Of course, you have this nice controller that connects through CAN. And then you have your sensor here, along with a weld on bung, but I already welded another bung on there. And then of course you have your cables to connect to the computer. Here's all the products from Haltech together in a really nice display. I even used this for a thumbnail picture, which looks awesome. But now it's time to keep working on the exhaust on the E36. So then we're gonna fabricate the titanium exhaust for this car. So we're gonna be doing titanium from the downpipe back. So I have a V-band flange right here. I have a 3-inch titanium flange, and then I have a 3-inch to 3.5 reducer, and then we're gonna do a nice little pie cut elbow right here, and we're just gonna do 3.5 all the way back. On the previous video you guys saw that I already made some pie cuts for the bend on the downpipe, and then this is 3.5-inch tubing. Then today we're gonna connect that to some Vibrant 3.5-inch straight pipe. First set of pie cuts all welded together. It's really nice being able to purchase it with these caps, really handy. And then it's pretty much all fuse welded except for one little spot that I had to use filler, but that's about it. This is what the inside looks like. I got almost full penetration on most of the welds. It's really good. After completing level 1, we now move on to stage 2. So now I have to weld the flange to the reducer pipe. Then I have one spacer here of straight tubing, so that's 1, 2, 3 more welds. I put a couple pieces of pipe together. I want to show you one thing about titanium is that it's kind of flexible. Right now I put my exhaust tubing that is literally touching the transmission cross member. It's like just barely. So I do that, then with the rest of the weight of the exhaust, it's gonna like pretty much like pull it down a little bit. I'm just lightly pressing with a finger, and you can see how much it flexes. So once I'm done with the rest, if you have too much of a gap, then you'll be too low. I don't want the exhaust like hanging too low, because all of the cars tend to like scrape it. So I don't want to like ruin that nice titanium exhaust. Then right here I did another cut, and I'm like going upwards. Then over here it's like super tucked. Then I have another like slight cut here, like in an angle. That way I can have a piece of straight tubing go right over here underneath the rear subframe. Look at the difference in the gap now that I added another piece of pipe. So now we're all the way back here. So I just pretty much, when I get the exhaust really tucked up against the rear subframe, about right here, and then about here I'll do a V-band clamp so I can have an axle back connection. Now I'm ready to weld this whole long section. So I'm running about 18 inches of argon. Then I'm gonna start over on this side, then weld joint here, and then one over there. 1 hour of welding later, and we are done. Now I have to put this pipe back on and then determine the rest of the exhaust. Finally cutting the last piece of the puzzle, this one piece of pipe. So now I got all of this done, tucked up right here, then it lowers a little bit, then it's almost touching the subframe, V-band right here, then angle pipe, then a pie cut, and then straight out the back. There is no better feeling than being able to do this with the exhaust. Literally 2 fingers grabs the whole thing. This maybe weighs not even 10 pounds. I kind of want to weight it. Last piece of the puzzle has been fully welded. I love back purging. It makes everything super shiny. Look at this weld, came out completely silver. There's not even gold on it. What do you guys think of that fitment? It almost looks like it has a raised muffler, but that's just the size of the piping. I'm gonna have to do those another day throughout the week because we have another curfew now, so I have to go home even though I'm already past the curfew. Sorry.